Welcome to Empath Inspiration, where you are honored for your ability to feel so much, so deeply. Each week, you will learn practical information, tools, and insights that empower empaths to live healthy, productive lives. Here's your host, author, intuitive, natural health and holistic nutrition consultant, and the developer of the Foundations Healing System, a revolutionary self-healing method designed specifically for empaths, Dr. Janice Carlin.
Welcome to the 6th episode of Empath Inspiration. I'm Janice Carlin, and today is going to be a very different type of show than I've been doing up until now. I gave you a lot of information in the first 5 episodes, all kinds of great information, knowledge, tools, all kinds of that I was giving you. Now, I was guided very strongly to do a fully channeled episode this time. It's kind of taking a break from me throwing the information at you the way I was doing and doing it this way. But the thing is that I don't know exactly what I'm going to be saying because I was told to do it fully channeled, and the only thing that I was given information about was that there would be something about healing in it. So we're all going to experience this at the same time. I'm sure it'll be powerful, and I'm sure it will be helpful. If you haven't experienced my direct channeling before, I'll just share with you that I do channel directly from the highest source in the light, and the messages are often very direct, and although they can sometimes sound a little mysterious, it all makes sense usually by the end. It all comes together, and it's always comes through in just the most perfect way, so that I couldn't even design through my own mind. So I can't tell you exactly what it's going to be, but I'll tell you it's going to be wonderful. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and share with all of us the messages that need to be heard today from the light. We are here to tell you about the truth of your being, and that you're never alone in this experience that you're having on Earth, or anywhere else for that matter. Your Earth lives are full of wonderment and also often so many confusing aspects. And the confusing aspects come from basically mistruths, untruths that you've been exposed to. Okay, because there's just so many of them in this world today. And so to live in your life here, really thriving and really healthy and fully aligned with your true soul, it's of the essence to allow yourself, your mind, to weed out those untrue sentiments, some of which have taken up root within your being somehow and have become beliefs that you're inside of you that unconsciously drive you in certain directions to certain experiences. But some of them are that. Some of them are just ideas you have, vision, as a picture in your mind, a visual, or, just things that shape your perceptions. And they can really get in the way, as we said, of you stepping into your brilliance and really aligning yourself fully with your own light. Because so many people are saying there's other light you have to bring to yourself, that there's other people you have to listen to, that there's other people who have to heal you, the other people have the answers for you. But in your essence, You know that's not the case. And you may not be able to access all the answers in a way you can conceptualize in your mind, but you have the answers. You have access to the answers that you need. Now, what makes an empathic being so sensitive? There's so many vibrations here. Is that you are multi-dimensional and you are experiencing that. You're actually incarnated multi-dimensionally. You're incarnated that way. So, whereas a non-empathic or non-ultrasensitive being would experience their life here more of as if you're reading a book. You're flipping through the pages of a book. It's pretty straightforward. If it goes from one to the next and to the next, and you know what to expect because you know a story follows a certain systematic outline, and you can flip and you can just flip to the next page and there you are. It's pretty much what it looks like. But that's not what you, an empathic, ultrasensitive being, are experiencing because you are not incarnated in that form. The way your energy is constructed is not like that. It doesn't even resonate to that type of experience. Although it would be nice and you probably want it to be straightforward sometimes. So your experience is more like, okay. And you see, we struggle to bring the words through for you. We struggle to bring the words through to you because it is so complicated and complex that it doesn't even fit into something that makes sense in the third dimensional mindset. It doesn't even make. It's not a movie. It's not even what you would think is a hologram. It's none of that. And this is the part of the issue with you or someone else trying to figure out how everything works exactly for you. So, think of it as a scientist and a medical doctor, you want to figure out every little thing about every little thing that makes a body tick and work, and every little bacteria and virus, and this is why you're sick, and we're testing for this and we're finding this. That's not how you work. And they can look and look, and they can look and search, and they're not going to see how you work because they cannot conceptualize your construct. And it's why so many of you experience so many painful things the way that you do, because you don't fit into any type of a box that anyone can really imagine here. There is no explanation that would make sense of how you are constructed because it's so vastly complex. And we're asking you from the light to accept this. Because when you can accept this, that is when you allow yourself to move forward. To move forward into creating and experiencing the life that you want. A life that is aligned with your light, where you feel healthy, where you can be happy, your joy shines through, your light shines through, you can accomplish your mission for being here. This is it's what is needed in the highest good. But if you don't choose to accept, then you continue trying to fit yourself into a box that is impossible for you to fit into. It is impossible. And we spiritual people tell you, there's nothing that's impossible. It is, because it's not how energy works. Trying to do that is like swimming upstream. If you ever get to the end destination, you will be so exhausted that either you won't enjoy it by the time you get there or you'll be dead. We want you to step into the flow of energy, not to swim upstream, but to flow with the energy so that it feels more gentle to you. And that even though you're living in a world where there is great strife, violence, and pain, you can still flow. Okay, you can. That is what is possible. You see, it is possible. And so it's sort of what the messages that are coming out, in the world are, yeah, it's possible to fit everybody into one box. And it should work for you if it works for someone else. But that is what is not true. And then they say, well, you'll never be able to accomplish that because you're too sensitive or you're too this or this and that. And that's not true. You can accomplish it. You can accomplish it. Not as long as you are shoving yourself into a box that you will never fit into. You are too complex for a box in any dimension. Therefore, what do you do? What do you do? That's why we're here. That's why we created this place for you that's safe and where only true information comes through. So that you have access to the truth rather than being confused by all that other information that we mentioned. And as you sit here in this space, surrounded by knowledge that is light, that will resonate with your being in a harmonic way, you can feel safe in knowing that the sentiment, you are never alone, is more than just talk. We are the light, your higher selves surrounding you. Your higher selves being the only entity that can work with your energy in the way that resonates for you, that you need in your highest good. No one else can enter your energy gently enough because their construct is not the same as yours. No one else can bring energy to you from somewhere else, be it the light or anything else, because that energy is not constructed in a way that is harmonic to you. Only your higher self can do that for you. So you can go to this and that person for healing. You can go to this doctor. You can have this and that test done. But it will not be gentle enough if you are a true empath, an ultrasensitive being. It will not be gentle enough for you. and will cause pain or dissonance in some way in your being. And when that occurs, it is not the most efficient way to heal, nor effective. Healing for sensitives comes from within the being, facilitated through the higher self, which is connected to the one light. If you remember the truths that we've brought to you today, and the truths that are continue to share in this space with you, you will find your way through the darkness here to be able to shine your light as you are intended to do here. You can make it through no matter what you've experienced in this life or any other. You can make it through this life. There are ways. When we speak to you of the tools of the hows, how do you do it? We speak of tools that are known to work in alignment with the light, which is the highest good of all. And we want you to remember, as a being of light that you are, from light, if you're taking action in any form, in any way in your life that's not aligned with the highest good of all, the highest benefit of all, you will experience some kind of adverse results within yourself, because all is one and you are sensitive. And so you will feel or experience some way something adverse within you, within your life experience. Keep that in mind. It's not telling you to be a perfect person. It's telling you to be conscious. Be conscious of the thoughts you have and the actions you take based upon them. Remember that when you have negative thoughts, quotes, negative thoughts, that's not you. That's not yours. Those are energies that need to be cleared. And you have to use your clearing techniques to do that. Never take actions based upon those kinds of thoughts. If they're berating you, putting you down, telling you something about yourself that's negative, it's not true. It's not true. So don't take action based upon that and do something to hurt yourself, to hurt someone else. Don't take action. That's not you telling you to do that. And that's what we're trying to get through today, is that the answers are in you, your soul, not your head, not your mind on any level where those beliefs lie. They're in your soul. You can clear out everything that doesn't align with your soul, that's in other parts of your being. Then your power will be so strong that you will change the world by being here. The goal is to align to your soul. If you are a true empath, an ultrasensitive being, then you are not of this earth space, because you wouldn't be so sensitive if you were. And so being this sensitive and empathic is telling you a message about yourself. You're not from here. This isn't your home planet. And that's why you're reacting to a lot of things here. And then as you know that, you can start to view yourself differently, view your life differently. Realize that you're here for a mission from somewhere else. And when you do that, you work to fulfill your mission. And then all is helped and served in the highest good. Because your mission is in alignment with the highest good of all. When we ask you to remember the truth about your soul, we ask you to go deeply inside of yourself and realize that if it's been a long time that you've had or allowed low vibrations to come into your body, into your energy systems, your energy field, then when you try to go into yourself and look at your light, there's going to be a lot of interference. Because all that stuff's in there. And that's why people talk so much about the importance of detoxing. Yes, you have to detox that stuff. No, you don't have to do it in a rough way. But yes, you have to get it out of yourself because it is toxic. And it's not allowing you to be authentic completely in your life. And so we gift you as we have always intended to do, with the most empowering, gentle tools that have been created so far here on Earth. And we present them to you in the most simple form of a book. You can carry it with you wherever you want and refer to it whenever you need. And remember that you're never alone. And remember that there's always more and another way for you to connect to yourself, to heal yourself, to be healed, and to thrive. In the world today, because of all of the untruths that are just spread all over the place, and then all of the actions that are taken based upon them, there's a lot of pain being created. It's part of our jobs with you all to counteract that, not to get swept away through it, by it, to counteract it. You are here on this planet to counteract that, to bring balance within the whole. And as long as you continue to believe that any of that is true, that is actually not, and to act upon it, you are not in alignment with your soul or your mission. And that is not going to feel good to you. And that is not going to help in the highest benefit of all. Your clairsentience will tell you if something is in alignment. You will feel it in different ways. Will tell you if something is true. But you can't let your mind get in the way, and you can't let your beliefs step in for 1 second, because they will distort, those energies will distort your clairsentience, the answers, You feel something that doesn't feel good and it just feels like a no answer. Is that in the light? And you feel something that doesn't feel good, but then you start to think about it. Well, but all of a sudden it feels good. Oh, I guess it's okay. You see, no, it's still not true. It's still not okay. The mind, again, once you can clear out all those beliefs that aren't in alignment, then, the whole thing, the whole experience and process of life becomes easier to get through. Okay? We wish to direct you directly to the information in the books that support you as understanding and knowing who you really are. Okay? If you're reading something and the writer is saying, oh, this has helped thousands of people, millions of people, if you just do this way, like this, you follow this path, they're not necessarily talking to you because they don't know what it's like to be like you. So they may be wonderfully inspired spiritual people that are sharing very helpful information, but not necessarily for empaths. And so you follow that path and doesn't work for you. And what do you think then? What's wrong with me? Right? So we remind you clearly from the light. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you when someone else's ideas don't work for you. You are a unique, multi-dimensional being living in a world that doesn't understand what that means. And in that world, there are not readily available tools and information to explain any of that. How do you navigate this world and live here and be healthy and happy when you are a multidimensional, constructed being? So we'll leave you with the remembrance that there's always hope. Because there's always a way. And so we're going to leave you with that, and we'll let Janice finish this podcast today. Thank you for listening and being here. We love you. We support you in every moment. Thank you. Okay. So that was the direct channeling. And the only piece that I have to clarify right now, because I tend to forget, I don't remember the channeling right when I do it, even right after, whenever I do it. So the one thing that I remember that I'm supposed to tell you is that what they're talking about is what I created through, the light. I channeled it. It's called the Foundation's Healing System, because there needed to be something, and I couldn't find it. There needed to be something for empaths and ultrasensitive people to be able to use for healing that's just as powerful and more powerful than what even the most amazing healers and healing practitioners could do, because we can't really tolerate those energies, and it doesn't necessarily work for us. So many of us have experienced. So that's the Foundation's Healing System. I wrote it in a book so that it'd be easy for anyone to have and own And the book's called The Foundation System because it has a lot of the information in it too, in addition to the healing. The whole healing system's in there. Okay, so that was the tools. Will there be more tools that come forth? I hope so. I hope that people will continue to bring helpful tools for those who don't fit into the box. I remember there was something about a box, wasn't there? Yes, I hope there will continue to be more. So that brings me to the end of this episode. It's really been powerful for me. I hope it has been helpful for you. And I hope you join me next time. We'll see what will happen next time. I can't even tell you in this moment right now, but just remember, please remember that we need your light shining here on this planet more than ever. So I hope you'll find the tools and use them so that you'll be able to do it as brightly and strongly as you can. I feel really filled with love right now because I feel so connected through that, doing that channeling to all of you and your higher selves. I feel really full of love for all of you and really connected in a powerful way, and knowing that we're all here for a similar reason. So thank you for listening. I hope you'll share this with other empaths you know so that we can all support each other. All right, much love, and until next time, please stay empowered, and remember there's nothing wrong with you for feeling. All right, I love you. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening today. Please join us next week as Janice answers listener questions and provides more inspiration and practical applications for you to live a healthy, productive life as an empath.